Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Hope you are all doing fine. You had to miss me for a week because I was pretty dang sick. It's been a long time since I was that sick, so I just took some time off to completely recover and I'm all fit and back to work again. So I am going to shoot off a couple of nice videos this week. Of course, we are going to look at BTC. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both those links you'll find in the description. Without further ado, let's start diving in. And we are of course here looking at BTC USD on the 4 hour, and the first announcement that I want to make is that we are probably going to switch over charts for a little bit. The reason is because this high right here is at 36,750, and for a lot of exchanges that was a little bit lower, and also this high on pretty much every exchange and every pair. Doesn't matter if you're looking at the perpetual contracts, if you look on Binance, on Coinbase, on the CME, this high was higher than this high, and therefore that is important. So let's quickly move over to then the one for Binance for now. And why is that important? Well, if you are or were trading this, then you could have seen that this right away gave us a confirmed bearish divergence with the money flow coming down. So that actually would be a trade stop loss, would then be here above the high. So far you got a little bit of a move, but it still looks pretty strong. Let's first address the elephant in the room, because where can we go from here if this bearish divergence doesn't play out? And with the elephant in the room I mean the liquidity hunt, because here you can see these lows are just screaming to be taken out. Now that doesn't mean that right away needs to happen before we can go higher, but it would be my absolute preferred scenario. Another thing that I have noticed once I was looking at the charts again, that it looks like we have a little bit of a channel thing going on here for BTC. You can also see that the top and the bottom line and the center line have been very much respected. If we take this out, just keep in mind that we do have this kind of channel thing, and we would then look at the price action where we are right now in the volume profile. Then you can see that we're also right now above the value area high. Usually that would be a good shorting opportunity, or at least a good moment to look for shorts. My preferred short actually already played out during the weekend, so that is actually not so nice. You can see that we hit that golden pocket multiple times here over Sunday and also today, so not really nice anymore. One thing I could see playing out, and that is actually my first short that I'll be looking at, is if we go higher, take out these highs around the 78.6 and then just slowly coming down. I want to see then bearish CVD, so you can go to coinlines.net to look for bearish CVD. If you see that where price is creating lower highs and CVD is going higher, preferably with an increase of open interest, that would definitely be a short for me. And then whoops, then the high of course was already in. Then we having a retest at that golden pocket 78.6 area. We also took out then the weekend highs and then to go lower. So that will be my first short in this area. The second one would of course be a swing fill pattern of the current high. Not really my preferred scenario. The reason is because there is not so much resistance above. So that would be then of course from this high right here that we created at shy of 36,000. Why am I saying not my preferred scenario? Because if we're zooming out and we're then looking to the left at the price action that we had in the past, then you can see that there is actually just not a whole lot here that is holding us back. I created a few horizontal lines. The first one is here all the way to the top, but first I want to show you this where we are right now. So this is the price currently, and then you can see that there's actually nothing here until approximately 37,500 ish. This is where we get our first resistance right here, and eventually I think the price can go all the way to shy of 40,000. This daily level that I've marked here on the chart, where you see this thick yellow line shy of 40,000, I think that could be a level where we could go to if we can pass here that 37,500 ish. So yeah, if we are moving higher from here, guys, there is just not so much resistance, so just keep that in mind. So please do not preset any of your short trades, because you are jumping in front of a train and you have no idea where this is going to stop. If we are or if we would go lower now first, what is then a long trade that I'm looking at? And on the intermediate short term, I am definitely more leaning bullish than bearish, because yeah, although I really want us to eventually go to much lower levels, we cannot deny that the market structure is bullish, that the indicators that just look very strong, and the fact that BTC just goes sideways on such a high level, it's just not cooling off, is signaling strength. So whoever is selling, it is being bought up right away. So let's say we are going lower from here, then I have a couple of support and resistance levels. This was the previous high of a trading range to the left. I think we have talked about it already multiple times, and this yellow one underneath is the previous yearly high. So here we're talking about 32,500, and here we're talking about 31,800. I would treat this really as an area, so really see how price reacts once we are there, and then you can start off with the 0.5 from the FIB retracement, because that would take out this low right here. Let me zoom in, then you can see it. That will take out that low from that candle, and that's exactly where the 0.5 is starting. So I would then say treat this as an entire area. Yes, it's relatively big, but just look at how price is reacting once we reach that level. We are talking in total about a move of 3%. That's of course quite a lot, but I will update you also at the time once we reach it. This would be my absolute preferred scenario before we are going higher, is to retrace, retest one of these levels. Doesn't matter if it's that high or the previous yearly high, golden pocket, 0.5, and then eventually to go much higher to that 37, 38, 39,000 level. If we would go higher from here, of course, c'est ça, it is what it is, and then I'm just trading the range. Can you then still get into a long? Yes, but it will be pretty aggressive, and you need to watch out. So something you could do is that we then break out and then retest and then eventually go higher, and this is then your entry. But watch out, like I said, this can just easily squeeze up to the upside. If you miss it, then you miss it, it's fine. And if you have another chance, of course, then that will be great. One other long that I will be looking at, so let me quickly put in the long trade here. So this is a pretty big area, as we already said, and honestly I would be targeting the highs and nothing less. So all the way up here. One other trade that you could be looking at is taking out these lows right here. So let's say we're getting a small dump, we're taking out all of this liquidity right here, and then we eventually do something like this, take it out and then go higher. That is pretty aggressive because we have these major levels underneath, so you want to see a quick buyback, and price cannot spend too much time underneath this level, so it needs to be a quick drop buyback, and that is, by the way, at 33,200, and then for us to eventually go higher. Let me also put in here a long trade, and then of course your stop loss goes underneath the wick, so depending on where the wick ends, that is where you put your stop loss. Let me move both of these a little bit to the left, and then you already have two very nice short trades and two very nice long trades, where of course the one that are closer by, this one and this one, is the most aggressive. This one is tricky, but if you have seen SFP, this could be a very nice short trade all the way to the bottom here, but I would be taking profit already here at the value area high, 34,000, 35,000, so make sure that you TP early. And of course this is the most juiciest long trade, and eventually if we march much higher, very good, then you just need to look at level by level, trade by trade. But for now I think this is the most important. As you can see, after such a big move to the upside, that you're just trading sideways, and price needs to catch your breath before we're going higher. Last but not least, let's look at the indicators. Yes, we had the bearish divergence here so far on market Cipher B. RSIs were pretty tight together, signaling the strength. It looks like the money flow wants to curve higher again. We're having a green dot on the 4 hours so far. That looks good. On the daily, looks super strong. Look at this, same story. RSI, FIG together, money flow, FIG. View up looks like it wants to curve to the upside. This is just a matter of time before you're getting another green dot here. and then this could be a big move to the upside. If we do reach that 37, 38, 39, then this could give us a very big bearish divergence that could eventually in maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks from now give us a bigger move to the downside, but that is still far away. But that is something that I'm looking at. If we're looking at the weekly, just looks good. It looks really good. Yes, the VWAP is pointing down, but other than that, momentum wave and the money flow is higher. RSI looks like they want to come closer, so this actually just looks good. I'm careful with right away using the word new bull run, but so far what I've been seeing in the last 2 weeks, it is kind of bull run material. Not saying that we are going to reach 48 or 50 or 60k, but so far it just looks very strong. Barely a retracement, hard to get in, and suddenly nice pumps to the upside. RSI very much overbought, and just no cooling off sideways or higher. That looks a little bit like bull market territory. Be careful. This week not so much news. I think only on Thursday we have a speech from Jerome Powell. Other than that, there is not so much going on in the market, so it's just raw price action. Make sure that you keep that in mind. Alright guys, that will be it for today. If you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think this is useful, and also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both those links you'll find in the description. See you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.